Hello and welcome back. Susan Zummo here, intuitive and originator of soul patterning harmonics. This week's message is a look ahead at the year 2026. But before we can look ahead, I want to take a quick look back. 2025 was a year of internal change. And I say that it was a year of internal change because we needed 2025 to get ready for this year of 2026. Before a child can read, they must reach a maturity called reading readiness. Before a collective or an individual can change or take action, they must reach a maturity called change readiness. So 2025 was the year of change readiness for us as individuals and as a collective, as humanity. 2025 was the year of change readiness. Internal pressures of past emotions, outdated worldviews, and ignorance to the true immortal self that we all are were exerting pressure within for us to shift. Thinking of shifting emotions, think of shifting personalities, think of shifting on a personal level, on a collective level. All of these pressures were impinging on us individually and as a collective to help us understand who we really are, to change our stories about the past and what's possible in the future. I would say 2025 was a push-pull year. And by that, I mean we were being internally pushed to release while being pulled to move forward. And so for many of us, it was a year with ups and downs, progress, stepping forward, stepping back, feeling like we're making lots of progress, and then feeling like we're not progressing at all. So as we look forward into 2026, I heard 2026 is the year of external change as opposed to 25, which was the year of internal change. Now, just a quick reminder, when I say I heard and we talk about the Galactics, I'm talking about my soul family, my light family, right? My family of light, who I am one with when I am not on the planet in the physical form, right? So also I check in with my intuition, my higher self, my soul. And so I don't want anybody to think that this information is coming from someplace outside, right? We check in inside to get all this information, and that's what I do. This year will begin a year of conscious action steps. And if you see me looking down, I've written myself notes because I got a ton of information today. So again, a year of conscious action steps taken to repair and build new life and new realities, new relationships, and new directions. The planning phase is complete. So for those of us who have been doing our inner work all this time, the planning phase is complete. Movement will begin to take place on all levels, but without that swimming upstream feeling that we've been experiencing in the past years, right? Without that pushing just to get things moving. Movement is the key word for next year. And so anyone who is in the process of moving in any sense of the word is going to find that everything around them, everything in the universe will support that, because next year the energy is for movement. And so you'll be in alignment with the energies of the year. All right, movement forward toward personal goals. So, starting up, startups was another word I heard. physically gathering resources to begin new projects in business or travel, even in your personal environment. This year is the year where we begin the execution of changes in the outer environment that we were getting ready for in our inner environment all last year. We will continue to clearly dig deep to clean out old patterns, old fears, and old wounds in our inner landscape, and find those places that need to be healed and take action to heal them, right? This is an action year. We will always be in the process of ever releasing, even while we were constantly growing and moving, right? That process is never over. So I'm sorry. There's still going to be work to do within the self. But again, we will take steps to embrace the healing and to move through it without being attached and glued to our old stories and our old feelings about things. We're going to start to build on what we begin this year. We're going to move into a new phase of greater growth and expansion. So think about it. We are going to be starting the process of the next phase of our individual and collective existence, right? Our next phase of experience of reality. And so as we begin that in 2026, we will continue to build on it as we move forward into the years ahead. I want to ask you if you feel like your timelines have been collapsing in on themselves and you are feeling more solid, more here, and yet more expansive and more inner travel taking place. It's really a weird feeling, right? To be fully here, fully in the now, and then to be fully somewhere else all the time, and collecting your realities into one place. I can tell you for me that the way that this has manifested is that I am actively visiting myself in other timelines and looking at and experiencing what I am doing in those timelines. I can tell you in some of them, I am guarding enlightened beings who are working in their worlds, right, to heal and to enlighten and uplift their worlds. In some timelines, I am a technician, what I would call a technician, right? Someone who's working with technical equipment. In other timelines, I am living in a world with lots of children that I am caring for. And in another timeline, I am actually traveling and being a guide for other travelers, right, in different realities. So as I'm experiencing each of these different timelines, and they are coming into my conscious awareness, I call that collapsing because I am integrating them into who I am on the earth in this reality right now on a conscious level. And I think a lot of us are going through that, if not just recently, that maybe in the recent past, or maybe that'll happen for you in the future. But you might find yourself waking up many, many times and not realizing that you were dreaming, waking up and going, oh my gosh, I thought that was real. Okay. So stepping into new timelines, right? Integrating timelines or collapsing timelines, however you want to look at it. We are becoming more at one with ourselves, within ourselves. So fully whole, centered in our heart and actively listening to the soul. These are going to be areas within us that will unfold in the coming year. We must live from the heart, and we must move forward into the next year from a heart space and listening to our intuition and our soul connection. Manifestation is going to be smoother, I heard, right? It's going to be easier because we will not be in a place of resistance, having released old beliefs, old worldviews, and our old stories about how difficult things have to be. But being in the company of those who are not compatible for us is going to be a lot harder. It's going to be a lot more uncomfortable for those of us to be in an extended period or place with people who do not vibrate harmoniously to our frequency. They will be irritated by you. You will feel uncomfortable with them. You will look back at those encounters and go, that wasn't so good. That didn't feel so good. I don't know if I want to do that again. Please release those individuals from your life with grace. Limit interactions or exposure, and don't hold on to it, right? Don't force a confrontation or a crisis to come about to have a conscious excuse to release a relationship that's no longer compatible. Okay. All right. Let's see, what else have we got? All right. Global and political undercurrents will rise to the top, and waves of change will come about next year. Again, the reminder was to stay heart-centered and don't allow yourself to be pulled down by the ensuing chaos that will need to take place on one level and that many people will need and choose to participate in. Don't be discouraged. Remember that there are events that will unfold in the coming year that were set into action or set into place last year and the year before, and they will need to be played out by those who are invested in them and have chosen to participate in them. Remember, our task is to keep our frequency as high as we can and to maintain our light and compassion for all living beings. Those of us who have chosen not to participate in the chaos or on that level, it is our task to not allow our frequency, our emotions, or our thoughts to be dragged into the fray with everybody else. Go into your center, connect with your heart and your soul, your light frequency, and stay in that place. We can observe without being pulled into it and dragged under the water, where we're going to drown in the emotion that we see in the events taking place outside of us. We, I heard, are the steadfast ones who will stabilize the world with our frequency. Excuse me. We will stabilize the world with our frequency, even as we lift ourselves above quickly and swiftly changing events and the global landscape. That's our task. It's not everybody's task, but it is ours. And we can combine our energy, our thoughts, and our frequencies to create a real shift, even as events take place in the outer world. Many, many things more to come in terms of revelations and uncovered truths will be brought to the fore. It's going to happen, and action will follow. It will be up to us to choose whether we want to jump into the action or we want to step back and maintain our frequency and a calm head. That's going to be the choice. All right, closer to home, within the home and within the community, individuals and communities will no longer tolerate the intolerable in their environments. Setting healthy boundaries and expanding the light within self and within communities will result in resolution to situations occurring quickly. and harmlessly. And really, that's what we want to see, isn't it? We want to expand our light. I was told many years ago that if there is someone incompatible in my environment, if there is someone impinging upon my environment, not to shrink inward and to pull my energy inward, but to expand my light and my auric field out around me. And those individuals of lower frequency will run for the hills. And this is my advice to you and to your communities. If you are tolerating the intolerable, don't fight it. Just expand who you are and observe what happens. The last piece of advice I was given was get to know your neighbors. You might be surprised. You want to know who is in your environment, and you will need to know if they are of like frequency or if they are not. And you may be pleasantly surprised. Build your community. Make your community wherever you are. You don't have to run around looking for it. Build it. And if you are incompatible with your community, then I think you're going to want to have a conversation with your inner about the next steps that will be most beneficial for you and those you love. And so remember, as we close this message this week, that you are always in control, you are powerful, you are loved, and you are connected intimately to Creator Source, whether you know it or not, whether you believe it or not, and whether you act on it or not. And so I'm very excited about what's coming up for us in the new year, and I can't wait to share it with you. Until next week, Happy New Year wherever you are. I wish you all the blessings in the universe.